All right, you guys, welcome to a brand new video. I am here in the kitchen because I am about to show you guys one of my favorite recipes for my most favorite time of year, Thanksgiving. This is a recipe for Thanksgiving dressing, and it is actually my great grandmother's recipe, and I guarantee you guys have never had Thanksgiving dressing like this. So I'm really excited to share this with you guys. Kind of already did a little mise en place. I've got my onions and celery chopped up and the rest of my ingredients here. This is about 5 stalks or so and just 1 whole white onion. Then you're gonna need about 2 or 3 eggs. Also gonna need, of course, the Pepperidge Farm is the best brand in my opinion, but any stuffing, dried stuffing mix will do. I've got a little bit of chicken broth. And now getting into the secret ingredients. Right here in this bag, we've got a little Jeffrey Dahmer vibe. Just kidding, probably shouldn't say that. But we've got a huge deer heart here. This is one of the secret ingredients. You just cannot make this Thanksgiving dressing without a fresh deer heart, as well as a fresh, well, this isn't fresh, this was frozen. This was mine from last year, deer liver. But yeah, a deer liver as well. So proud of Andy. He went out and got this heart from a beautiful doe this morning. So this is about as fresh as it gets. The final secret ingredient is oysters. That's right. Those also go inside this Thanksgiving stuffing. If you're totally grossed out at this point, that's okay, but you just have to trust me, trust the process on this. Now let's get to the cooking. Bring you guys a little closer into the kitchen so you can really get the full effect here. First things first, once you've got your onion and your celery chopped, just heat up some olive oil in a pan. Throw these in and saute them for about 5 minutes. So if you don't have access to a deer heart or deer liver, you could use chicken gizzards, chicken hearts, and maybe beef liver works just as well. Just gonna dump these straight in the pan. All right guys, while that's cooking, I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to tell you guys about today's sponsor, which is Surfshark. Surfshark is a VPN service company. VPN stands for Virtual Private Network, which helps you protect your online privacy, control your personal data, access content safely, and it also unlocks exclusive benefits. Let me give you some examples. Because I spend a lot of time in isolated places where there isn't any cell phone service or internet connection, I can't upload to YouTube for you guys. So I have to go sometimes to these locations like coffee shops. And when I'm connected to the Wi-Fi on my computer, I am exposing myself to tons of hackers being on that free Wi-Fi. But with Surfshark, their VPN service completely encrypts all of my data to prevent hackers from being able to access any of my information. Another really cool thing that Surfshark offers is you can change your virtual location to anywhere in the world. How this can be useful is if you watch a lot of Netflix and say you live in the UK or another country that a certain show is not available to you, but you really want to watch it. You can use Surfshark to change your virtual location and then have complete access to all of the shows that are available. You can link all of your devices, your computer, your tablets, your phone on one account. So if you guys want to check out Surfshark, the link will be down below in the description box. And be sure to use my code HeidiHood for 85% off and 3 free months. Thank you so much, Surfshark, again for sponsoring today's video, and I will see you guys back in the kitchen. Oh, the dogs are ready to eat. All right, so while our veggies are sauteing, you can go ahead and put a big pot of water on the stove and bring it to a boil, because that is what we are going to put our deer heart and liver in. So let me go ahead and get those prepped and ready to put in the boiling water. Here we go. I've got a beautiful, fresher than fresh deer heart right here. It literally doesn't get any fresher than that. Thank you, Andy, so much. And also this huge deer liver from my 10-pointer last year. It is massive. Now that we got this all ready, you don't have to do any trimming or anything like that before it goes in the water. Just boil them, and then once you get them out, you can kind of cut out some of these ventricles and all of this white tough stuff. So they're ready to go straight into the boiling water. We're gonna put the heart straight in there. Thank you, dear Lord Jesus, for such a beautiful harvest. Woo! All right. Veggies, a little stir here. So, 1 stick in the bowl and then a half, and then we're gonna pop this in the microwave for about 30 seconds, get it nice and melted. All right, so we got our butter melted, got our big bowl here, ready to start mixing everything together. So I know most people's dressing, or you can call it stuffing, is kind of in a casserole dish most of the time, is what I've seen. But these are gonna be patties, fried up patties. Starting with our onions and celery that's been nice and softened. Just add in our melted butter, 1.5 sticks, y'all. Pour it straight in there. And then we can go ahead and add in our seasonings. Got some rubbed sage here. I'm just eyeballing. This is gonna be a pretty big batch, so I definitely want a lot of flavor. Just dump in some sage. We really want that herby poultry seasoning taste to come through. I wish I had exact measurements for you guys if you do actually want to try this, but I don't, so I'm just eyeballing. Then I've got some thyme, and this is ground, so I'm going to be a little bit more light-handed with that. And we're going to do a little bit of rosemary. It smells so good. I'm going to put a pretty good amount of black pepper in there. In most poultry seasonings, there is a little bit of nutmeg, so I'm going to put a little bit of nutmeg in there. I'm going to go ahead and add in the oysters and the eggs. So these oysters are actually from Elizabeth City in North Carolina, and I know for a fact they have really good oysters, so these should be pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and just open these up and drain the juice. Okay, and then because these things are, oh gosh, slippery, but they're pretty big. So I want these to be little, like cube size, bite-sized pieces. So we're just gonna kind of roughly chop them up, little bite-sized pieces like that, and just toss them in our bowl. If you guys don't like raw oysters or oysters at all, this is probably pretty gross to you, but I love raw oysters. I love fried oysters. Once these patties are fried up, these oysters will actually be cooked as well. So they're going in raw, but they will come out cooked. Give you guys a little close up here of what it's looking like now. I'm just gonna start with 2 eggs. I might need a 3rd one. We will see. I'm just gonna crack these right into the bowl. Give it a good mix. The heart and the liver are ready, so I'm gonna pull them out and clean up this cutting board and get to cutting them into cubes. Here we go. I'm gonna pull out the liver. All right, it's the moment of truth. Elo, no sir. Ah! Oh my God. Elo is obsessed with deer meat, or anything deer meat. You will get a bite. Just stop. That was a bad boy. All right, let's try this again. So, I'm gonna pull our liver out, and you guys can see how much this thing shrunk. It is absolutely hot as heck right now, but go ahead and just start cutting slices. I'll show you guys what a slice looks like. There it is. Keep cutting it into little cubes about this big. Little bite-sized cubes. And then you just toss them in the bowl as you go. I gotta give the boys a bite. You wanna try a bite? Come here. Good boys. They literally just inhaled that. Nutrients in this, and the iron is amazing, but it's not every day that you get a fresh heart or a liver from a deer. I'm gonna finish up cutting up this liver, and then we're gonna move on to the heart. All right guys, I've got all of the liver all chopped up in there. It's ready to go. It is a lot of liver. Now I'm gonna do the same thing with the heart. It's a little bit different because it's got a lot of stuff on there that you don't want, like these ventricles here and all this white stuff. So we're just gonna kind of cut around that and expose the good stuff, which is the meat. Just gonna kind of cut that top off and instead just kind of clean up that fattiness. Just like that. And then you can kind of see the actual meat, which is right there. This is a lot more tender than that liver was. So I'm so thankful that I was able to get a deer heart for this Thanksgiving dressing. Oh, I'm so excited. All right, so same thing with this. I mean, look at that. That is a beautiful piece of meat right there. Look at that. Then we just cut this stuff up into cubes as well. I'm gonna let the boys taste test a bite of this too. Come here. You want some heart? Come here, Bruce. Sit. All right. Dang. Almost took my finger off. I think they like it. Yes, sir. All right, so I'm just gonna cube this up, throw it in the bowl, and then we're gonna add our breadcrumbs, and then we will be ready to fry, baby. So a lot of you guys that are watching this maybe don't hunt. Hopefully you're not vegetarians. If you don't hunt and you're not used to organ meat or anything like that, don't be afraid to try this. I promise you, once everything is mixed together, the flavors and everything just comes together. It's so delicious. For me, this is what I grew up eating every Thanksgiving, and I just love it. It wouldn't be Thanksgiving without this. But if you are a hunter like I am, and my whole family, then this is a great way to utilize the organ meat. Whereas I know everyone's probably heard of liver and onions, which is also delicious, but this is just a great way to incorporate your harvest into Thanksgiving and the season and everything like that. Okay, so now we're going to put in our stuffing, and this is seasoned too. Yummy. We're gonna just dump it in. Like I said, I'm not sure if I'm gonna use 1 or 2 bags, but I just wanna get all of this mixed around and then kind of see the consistency. If it's too dry, then we will add another egg. Also have some chicken broth here. It's a little dry. So I'm gonna put, I don't know, maybe like half a cup. This is my great grandma's recipe. So my mom grew up in a really country, rural area, and this was just kind of normal. Hunting and harvesting and using every part of the animal. All right, so I added 1 more egg just to kind of make this bind a little better. It's feeling a little bit dry. It's the arm workout. So that is more like the consistency that we're looking for. Oh yeah, delicious. All right, I'm gonna get some of these pattied up and meet you guys over at the flat top. Okay, you guys, I got my little flat top cooker here. I'm gonna turn it up to about 350. And then I've already got some butter melted in here. Make sure you have a lot more butter handy here on the side because we're gonna continuously add butter to this pan as we're going through the patties. So again, don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. Just grab a scoopful and patty it up just like you would a burger or anything else. Look at that. You can see the little chunks of liver and heart in there. And it smells so good with all those herbs and seasonings. Another perfect thing about these is they are the best hunting snack to take with you in the woods, which is perfect because it's that time of year. And I just remember always throwing these in a little Ziploc baggie and off to the woods I go, shove them in my pocket. And they are so good. They, like I said, they have so many nutrients and iron. It keeps you energized and full. So this batch will be for, honestly, hunting. I'm gonna take them over to the farm so we can all enjoy them during hunting season. And then I know my mom's gonna be cooking up her own batch for Thanksgiving. So I wanted to share this recipe with you guys before then. So maybe if you guys wanna try it, you can try it and let me know. All right, you guys, here we go. The ultimate taste test. Let's see how we did. It's seriously like the best comfort food. So many flavors. I could eat these every day. Maybe not every day, but so delicious. It's just so nostalgic and just like comfort food for me. Highly recommend you guys try this out, this recipe. Let me know if you do, and how you guys make stuffing or dressing for your Thanksgiving. Now I'm gonna get Andy to come in and do a little taste test.
Nice and crispy.
Taste all the organs.
Love it.
Yay! All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have an amazing Thanksgiving. I will see you guys in the next one. You want some more deer meat?